Cruise line CEOs are sounding the alarm as the Delta variant is wreaking havoc on new cruise bookings. New York City is now the home port for a new cruise ship. Disney Cruise Line is being sued for $20 million over assault allegations that happened on board one of their ships. We have updates coming out of the port of New Orleans as another cruise ship steams off for Florida. Plus, today's the day we announce our next cruise swag giveaway. All this coming up on Midships. Hey, welcome to the Midships YouTube channel. I'm your Captain Corey, and no, I'm not in the Midships studio today. I'm actually at my second residence up in beautiful Chattanooga, Tennessee. I'm spending the weekend up here hoping to get outside and enjoy some of that crisp fall weather. So because I'm on the road, I don't have the actual items from this week's cruise swag giveaway in hand to show you, but before I left, I did snap a photo of this week's giveaway items, and here they are. You can see we're gonna be giving away some cruise swag favorites, and the first giveaway items are the 2-pack of retractable Cruise-On cruise lanyards. Super handy for when you don't want to unclip your little SeaPass card. And the second item for this week's cruise swag giveaway is the passport book with COVID card holder insert. This is something that I will never leave home without. Now, if you want to take a look at the cruise swag giveaway items, there are Amazon affiliate links in the description below. Simply clicking on the link does support the channel, and I use all my Amazon affiliate commissions to put right back into giveaway items for the Midships family. So let's go over the giveaway rules. This is not sponsored in any part by YouTube. Midships is the sole sponsor of this contest. The contest runs through Wednesday, September 29th at noon Eastern. To be eligible to win, you must be a subscriber of the Midships channel. You have to be 18 years or older and live within the United States. And to enter to win, all you have to do is comment below. When you cruise, do you prefer to eat at the ship's buffet, in the main dining room, or at the specialty restaurants? I'm really curious to know what your answer is. So go ahead and comment that below right now and you'll be entered to win this week's cruise swag giveaway. Now let's hop right into this week's cruise news. Norwegian Cruise Line has a new ship coming to the New York City area. Let's read about it from cruisecritic.com. By Chris Gray Faust. Norwegian breakaway cruise ship returns to New York. The return to service milestones continue to pile up as more and more cruise ships return to service around the US. Beginning September 26th, which is this Sunday, Norwegian Breakaway comes back to the Manhattan terminal in New York City for its fall season of cruises to Bermuda, while Oasis of the Seas has been sailing out of Bayonne, New Jersey, just across the river for over a month now. While other cruise ships have pulled into New York, the Norwegian Breakaway is the first to return with its home port in New York City. Well, that's awesome news for all of the Midships family who enjoys cruises out of the New York City marketplace. In yesterday's Midships episode, we told you how you can celebrate Halloween aboard Bahamas Paradise Cruise Line. We have another update today coming out of Bahamas Paradise Cruise Line. From cruiseradio.net by Sarah Bretz. Cruise ship headed back to Florida after New Orleans charter. Bahamas Paradise Cruise Line's ship, Grand Classica, is now on her way back home to Florida out of New Orleans after completing a month-long charter to aid in hurricane relief efforts. Since September 6, the Grand Classica has been docked at the port of New Orleans and housed over 600 workers as they labored to restore power to the region following the impact of Hurricane Ida. It's interesting that the Grand Classica took on 600 people. That's almost 6 times the amount of relief workers that were housed aboard Carnival Glory. The cruise line president, Kevin Sheehan Jr. said they're proud they were able to help facilitate relief for the thousands of Hurricane Ida victims. Currently, Bahamas Paradise Cruise Line only operates one ship, which homeports in the port of Palm Beach, Florida. The vessel is operating 2-night and 3-day voyages year-round from Palm Beach over to Freeport, Grand Bahama Island. And here is a photo of the Grand Classica in port in Freeport. And this picture here actually makes me kind of sad because it's right here in the port of Freeport in December of 2019, just before the cruises shut down, that I actually was sat on a cruise ship right here, looking out over to the Bahamas Paradise Cruise Line Grand Celebration, a ship which was sentenced to death as a result of the pandemic. So that's the last time I was ever able to see the Grand Celebration in person. So that's a pretty sad memory for me out of Freeport, Bahamas. Grand Classica is scheduled to resume operations on Sunday, September 26th. just 2 days from now. And if you haven't seen yesterday's Midships episode, you should go ahead and click over to that because there are currently some fantastic offerings for last-minute cruises between now and Halloween aboard the Grand Classica. We need to talk about the Delta variant and the impacts it's having right now on cruise bookings. From cruiseradio.net by Bruce Parkinson. Delta variant slows near-term bookings as cruisers hesitate. As the cruise industry continues on its restart path, a resurgence of COVID cases caused by the Delta variant is negatively impacting near-term bookings. Analyst Patrick Scholes of Truist Securities is quoted in Travel Weekly saying, "There's been a sizable slowdown in bookings over the past 8 weeks, which he puts down to a shift in consumer confidence directly attributable to the COVID variant." Travel executives say it's been very challenging for both consumers and sales agents to keep up with the day-to-day changes in visitation and vaccine requirements for cruising. And if you as a traveler are struggling to keep up with these vaccine requirements, you should definitely consider subscribing to the Midships channel. I put out a new video every single day, and I keep you in the loop about all the requirement changes coming down the pike for all major US cruise lines. You definitely want to get subscribed if you're serious about making it on your next cruise. Scholes says that such rapidly evolving rules and requirements have dissuaded some potential cruisers from booking their vacation, and instead it results in them choosing land-based options over a cruise. For a couple months, the demand for travel was above that of the peak in 2019, but it subsided over the last 60 days or so. For cruise lines, there is some good news, however, as passengers are spending like never before for things like onboard upgrades, including drinks packages, restaurant upsells, casino play, and other discretionary items. So if you are at all flexible in short-term travel, right now is the time that you should be booking your next cruise. You know, prices are about as low as we've seen them in a long time, and cruise lines are offering so many upgrades and incentives to get you booked back on one of their ships between now and the end of the year. Disney Cruise Line is facing a very serious allegation, and I'm going to read you a little bit about it. However, it's a sensitive topic. I'm not even going to use some of the words, but you'll be able to read them on your screens. If you're curious about the full allegations in the next story, you can read them in the article. It's going to be pinned down in the description below, along with all the articles I shared today. From WFLA News Channel 8, Disney Cruise Line sued for $20 million as parents say their 3-year-old daughter was abused on board the ship. 2 Vermont parents are suing Disney, specifically the cruise line, with allegations that their daughter was abused by another underage passenger while aboard their ship, and the staff did not intervene and help. The complaint lists up to 5 counts of negligence that culminated in the alleged assault. So this alleged incident took place back in 2020 within one of the kids clubs on board the ship, and it involved 2 of the children's within one of the kids club areas on the ship. If you'd like to read more, obviously this article is going to be pinned down below. This is not really the kind of content that we go very deep in on board the Midships channel, but it is relevant cruise news, so I thought I would bring you just a little bit of the story. Royal Caribbean CEO wants you to know just how safe cruising is. From cruiseindustrynews.com, Royal Caribbean CEO Fain says, "We're showing how safe cruising is." The CEO for the Royal Caribbean Group, Richard Fain, has highlighted the work the company has done since the pandemic. According to him, by November of 2021, the group's subsidiaries will have carried over 1 million passengers since restarting operations. Fain says, "We wanted to show in a tangible way how safe and healthy cruising is. We're doing that today, not by theory, not by prediction, but by actual operations. We've carried over 500,000 guests and only have seen 41 COVID cases amongst those 500,000 people." Wow, if that's true, that's pretty awesome news, and I would hope Jim Walker of cruiselawnews.com is listening and reporting on this, because that really flies in the face of a lot of the naysayers who've been reporting on just how horrible cruising is during COVID. Fain goes on to say, "We have always said that there will be cases aboard our ships, just as there are cases on shore. But because of our protocols, there haven't been any major outbreaks, and the few cases we've seen have been managed quickly and effectively. We are all seeing and will continue to see a terrific track record during this period. Bookings for 2022 demonstrate that there's pent-up demand for cruising. Our focus, therefore, is on 2022 instead of the remaining months of 2021. Obviously, we don't like giving up any period of making money, but Royal's focus will therefore be on 2022 instead of the remaining months of this year. So like we've said all along, if you just follow the protocols and are smart about things, cruising is in fact one of the safest forms of travel right now. If you made it this far into today's episode, make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Also be sure you've commented below to enter the Cruise Swag giveaway. The contest runs through September 29th at noon Eastern. To enter to win, all you have to do is comment where your favorite place is to eat on board a cruise ship. The main dining room, the buffet, or specialty dining. I'm really curious to hear your answers. Thanks so much for stopping by the Midships today. And until next time, we'll see ya on the Midships.